Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Paradise Killer. Where we last left off was we basically finished up talking with One Last Kiss, I believe, and then we did some things. I'm trying to remember what I did. I think we just talked to One Last Kiss, I think. Yeah, I feel like we did. And that was it, if I recalled it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember for some reason. But we did One Last Kiss, and then we did something else, I think. But we weren't... Oh, I know what we did. We found some clues in the investigation. I don't think we talked to anyone, I think. I spent some time just looking for some clues under the council building, and then we found some clues and stuff like that. We were basically exploring, in a sense. We weren't doing much crazy stuff, I think. So, yeah. So we're going to talk to Doom Jazz again. I did say I wanted to talk to some folks. Doom Jazz, and then maybe Lydia. Because I do want to get that relationship up. I realize that the relationship are important. Excuse me. The relationship stuff is very important because it seems like it kind of gives us some stuff besides just having an achievement. But yeah, let's talk to Doom Jazz. Oh god, I have to do the Irish voice, isn't it? Got a second, dog? How's the investigation going? Caught the bad guy yet?
Wonderful.
There we go. I'm trying to remember, like, this guy has, like, the Irish voice. I might be... Okay. Excuse me if I do get the mistake here. Sometimes I would say Irish voice, because it sounds like it to me. But sometimes I forget there is Scottish kind of accent. So it's like... There's two that kind of sound similar in my mind for some reason. But it's not, like, anything against the language, or nothing against the accents. It's just a little bit harder for me to distinguish the two because they... in my mind, think that they are similar or the same, which I'm not trying to say they are the same. It's just sometimes it's hard to distinguish for me personally. So, I think I've got handcuffs somewhere around here if you need them. How many people have you used? How many people have you used them on?
Indeed.
Only a few special ones.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Still not settled down then? Not that kind of guy. Too much to experience. Okay, why do I need to ask about his love life? I guess I can ask. Who haven't you experienced?
The island is about to end.
I don't kiss and tell. You replaced your arms. Nice topic change. An updated model by MHI. They have improved haptics in the fingers. Strictly for medical purposes, I'm sure. Want to test them? I have a job to do.
Sorry.
I'm supposed to investigate a mass murder.
Want to play doctors and nurses?
Everyone's supposed to do a lot of things. Let's see what happens later. Goodbye, Doc. Well, we're not gonna say
Fabulous!
I'm entrapped by your loved eyes. Besotted. Bethralled.
Don't test me.
Where is this going? I understand the key to your heart is information. You desire the unknown. You desire to know about more
I had
about
nothing
people.
to do with this.
Maybe there's something I can help you with. Oh, he actually has a probe. Yeah, I forget that every time you meet and hang out with individuals, you got... I think you need to do like two times, and then they'll let you probe. Or usually 2 to 3 hangouts will create a probe for you, so you get to get information specifically. Something you want to tell me? Do you have something you want to tell me? Tell the investigator?
What?
Akiko's in trouble. She's been mixing business and pleasure. The council found out. They're planning on stripping her of authority on the next island. Oh, that is really good information. How about Captain Voth? Is this about her relationship with Captain Voth?
Huh?
So you do know.
Paradise feels wrong.
And who told you?
You've got this wrong.
Ice Kwame. A while before he died, he gets loose lips after a drink.
Got it.
And who told Akiko?
Haha!
I got loose lips around a woman in power armor. Thank you, Doc. So that information is really good, actually. Because that means that we have a good point to go back to Akiko and ask her about the sort of situation that she's in with the council. I can't believe the doc would actually break down the information about, like, oh, yeah, her. She's about to be not the person we think she was, but it makes sense. I mean, that kind of motive doesn't make any sense. I feel like... Actually, no, that motive would make sense, because that means she would go back to being a human, and she would become one of the sacrificial lambs if she is removed from the security council parts, or the security of the council. Security head of the council. So yeah, that's a big deal. If she does actually wanted to kill the council for that reason, of like not trying to die or become human again, then I don't know if that's true though. If you get dropped from the syndicate, you become a human again. But it's kind of strange, because when he said Ice Kwame, isn't he dead before the council existed? Before the syndicate existed? Alright, anyways. Carmelina, did you see the architect last night?
Indeed.
She said at the crisis meeting that she was a witness at Witness's apartment. Witness can probably tell you more. Okay. So those alibis are constantly being added here, but I don't know why. Henrik's escape. Death screens. Yes, because we found a machine device that belongs to Dr. Doomjazz, and it was gonna play some death screams. What about death screams? Could they cause an adrenaline burst?
Strange.
Maybe, but I don't know how you'd weaponize a death scream. What about one of these? Strange device.
Theoretically.
It looks like it records death screens. Is that a directional speaker?
Oh.
It is. How could you record a death screen? You could record the brain activity using electrodes. This device looks like it has a crystal in it. Some crystals are capable of recording emotions. The death screen gets written to that, and upon stimulation, the crystal would output the screen. It's a one-shot use, though. You can see the crystal is burnt out. I could never experience the death screens, as I'm not a sufferer. I presume you want my opinion, though. The demon that possessed Henry is attuned to psychic energy. This could have been used to agitate it. Handy if you wanted to turn Henry into a weapon. So his words didn't become a clue or become information, even though he's basically clarified that if you use it, it could be used as a weapon, but only if you're a sufferer that you can handle the noise that it makes, basically. Because the noise probably wouldn't be able to, that person wouldn't be able to use it properly. Holy Marshals, please. I think he has not examined them, I don't think. Did you examine the dead guards at the first Holy Seal? Nope. Akiko wouldn't let me.
That's weird.
Why?
What?
She said that's a military's jurisdiction. She didn't want the corpses of her soldiers disrespected with a post-mortem. Interesting. So she denied him of being... Yeah, so I was right. So they did deny him from examining it, even though he needs to, so he can give autopsy to literally anybody, including myself. Even though there could be evidence.
I'm worried.
In her mind, she's already got the case solved. Henry's behind bars, and he clearly did it.
Sure.
Do you believe that?
The island is about to end.
I'm not much into beliefs, Loved Eyes. I'm waiting to see what truth you find. Is there a database of DNA or blood samples for everyone on this island?
Hypothetically?
You want to run some blood? Wish I could help. Just after the crisis meeting last night, parts of the central service started corrupting.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That's convenient.
I'm a professional.
Isn't it? I became aware of it because the terminal in my lab does an automated backup in the early hours.
How?
I got a report that the backup failed. I took a look at it, and parts of the medical archive had corrupted.
Sure.
What about the backup of the central server of the moon?
I'm a professional.
That went down as well. The corruption spread, not to all the moon database. I can still access most of the files on there. Where is the server on the island? In the caverns under the island. Masahiro Heavy Industries maintained it. The only entrance into the cavern is through the deep factory, and that's under lockdown. Why? The deep factory is shut down at the end of the island. Only 4 people can unlock it. Council member Makin Origin ran Masahiro, but her dead body is up in the council penthouse. Same with Pandora 2, she ran Dead Nebula in the deep factory. Nicolina Rose is second in command of Dead Nebula, but they're on the next island. Lydia took them early on. And Balthazar Tears was Makin's assistant at Masahiro, but he's on the next island as well.
I don't like this.
I'll go to the 25th island and bring Nicolina and Balthazar back, and they can open up the deep factory so I can find out what the hell is going on with that server. Not so fast, lady dies. No one leaves this island. Judge's orders. Besides, you need Lydia to take you to the next island and she's on the list of suspects, right? So what do I do about the server?
Hypothetically.
2 options. Chalk it up to bad luck and coincidence, or let it fuel a dreadful all-consuming conspiracy. I will say conspiracy. I'll go for the second.
It's been wonderful to see you again.
Haha! Keep on trucking, love dies. Alright. Should I even ask him about the Holy Seals? I don't think he knows much. Alright, well, I'm asking him anyways. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? Not a thing, love dies. Console business. Third one? The third Holy Seal is bloodlocked, coded to Council Blood.
I see.
Makes sense?
Sure.
Who's got Council Blood?
This is bad.
Is this a trick question, love dies? Only the console. What if it wasn't true?
You're joking.
Are you asking if somebody secretly has Council Blood? That's a stretch, love dies. What about you? Do you keep samples of Council Blood? I do for medical reasons. They're locked down though. Could someone have taken one?
Strange.
They're under high security.
The investigator is here.
Anything suspicious recently? Nope. Anyone been in your clinic who shouldn't be in there recently?
Investigator.
No. Although I did catch Sam in there, he was just picking up his prescription.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Can you check the Council Blood samples? Are all accounted for? Let me pull up my inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app is taking ages to load.
Theoretically?
That's odd. There's one missing, but the security alarm didn't go off.
That's strange.
Whose sample is missing? Kafka Memories.
Got it.
There's an anomaly with Kafka's login to the blood
I
bank.
had no idea.
This is bad, love
Got
dies. You don't need to tell me. This puts you and or Sam at the scene. Oh boy.
You've got this wrong.
I have nothing to do with this. Interesting. But you said that the alarm didn't go off. So there's 2 possibilities. Is that he might have left it open. Sam left it open. Or no, not Sam, sorry. Doctor left it open. And Sam was getting his prescription. And that was when he probably took it. And that's why there was no security alarm that rang off, because Sam took it when Henry was away from the thing when it was open, or ajar or something like that. Slightly open. Or Sam has some kind of sophisticated machinery that disables the security for a bit, temporarily, and then he opens the whole thing up, gets the thing, gets out, closes it safely, and no rings to the security, which is another possibility. But the final possibility of this being the case where Sam, or where the doc is involved, is that the doctor handed it to Sam willingly and is lying currently, probably, to me about how he missed the sample. Because you can't rule all possibilities away. You gotta have as much possibilities as possible on the case, or on the table, to not rule out any possibilities. Anyways, a blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam snooping in your clinic? Maybe he took the sample and used it.
You've got this wrong.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't me. Okay. Why don't we know who Henry's father is?
I'm worried.
You mean, why wasn't that tracked like every other birth? Yes, you're the doctor after all. When she gave birth, she said she didn't want to know who the father was. What about the DNA? The test came out blank.
Got it.
Isn't that concerning? Very. Not a lot that can do that.
What the hell?
Why would a DNA test come up blank? We missed someone and don't have them recorded. I don't think it is important, Love Dies. I'm not sure how this relates to the council murder.
The investigator is here.
What if someone deliberately kept the birth a secret? Why would they do that? Someone have an affair they shouldn't be. It's a possibility, but they need some high-level clearance for that. Or access to you.
Investigator!
That's quite the accusation, investigator. I think Ice Kwame's is Henry's father.
Why?
What? The blood samples match.
That's not nice.
The only place you could have a sample of Kwame's blood is from the grave. You broke into my best friend's grave to get a blood sample? You desecrated the resting place of someone I consider a brother, to run around with some conspiracy theory.
What?
We're done here. I like you, investigator, and I'll help you with any genuine lines of inquiry you have, but I won't tolerate this. I won't tolerate this. Alright, Forza. I bet he has nothing. What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal? Not a thing, Love Dies. Council secrets and all that. Did you see Witness to the End last night? I don't know what he was doing, but he's normally in his apartment on the last night of an island. Go ask him. Alright. So that's pretty much it. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach the moon. And may you reach the moon. May you reach the moon. I'm sorry, I'm trying to still practice the accent. I'm mixing it all up, which I really hate about myself. Yeah, because I was trying my best. I probably screwed it up here and there with the accent. Alright, so that was a lot of good information. We got like 3 key info out of that, I guess. Let me double check. Gates log. Oh. The Paradise Gates log shows that Lydia had started up the Paradise Gates. Oh, I already read that. He was with Lydia at the Paradise Gates. I think Sam and Lydia are in on each other's. So they may not be at the gates. They arrived at 2356. At 06, the gate is shut down remotely by Judge. Lydia and Sam never went through it. Let me see. That's like about 10 minutes. Yeah. But is it enough time to drive all the way from there to the council building just to go and unlock the Holy Seals? Or would it be that they have a third accomplice, a third person, but they only did everything else around the whole thing? At the farm? But what time did they meet at the farm is the question, though. Alright. Doom Jazz's testimony. Oh man, there's so many motives on Akiko, making her more suspicious, and she has a lot of alibis too. Well, the alibi breaker that is the phone. My goodness, there's so much on freaking those guys. Okay, we're having less, which is good. I'm happy that there's getting less and less things here, but most of these are related to Yuri Knight for the most part, I think. Most of them are Yuri Knight related, but then there's some that are like on other people. Whose blood? It was Kafka, isn't it? Why did Kafka enter into the penthouse a few days before the rest of the council? Oh. Thinking about it, yeah, Kafka entered a few days before their murder, right? So that means that it was before... The blood sample was already taken before the end of day. Or before the day of the crime. So that means that they really don't actually have much they can go on it. Okay, so there's a lot of evidence here. Suspects is all leaning mostly on Crimson Acid, but the question is why? And also, yeah, a little bit on Yuri, I guess, on that part. on that point, I guess. That's interesting. I guess you can kind of see... I only got one, like, evidence. Definitely do need to go to the Deep Factory, but I think they don't have the level, like, built out for it yet. Unknown Blood. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, evidence piling up on certain cases, which is nice. I like this. I like how they categorize your evidence a little bit to help you kind of get all the stuff you need. No alibis. But I don't think that One Last Kiss was anywhere near the crimes of any sorts, because I don't think she has the ability to kill anyone, honestly. It kind of bothers me that she's considered a suspect, considering she's already dead, sort of. So I'm just like, how do you kill people when you're dead? I kind of eliminate One Last Kiss as a possibility, but I do think that the only reason why she would be... The only thing I would say that works for her is that she's on her own. Like, she can talk to people, but she can't really, like... She can't really, like, go off and kill people or touch people physically, per se. I want to save first before we move forward here. How much time we got? We got 21. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we're not done yet, I guess. Alright, I'm still missing 2 tracks. I need to look up where the last 2 tracks may be, but... Definitely missing 2 music tracks I want to get. Alright, let's go and... Oh yeah, the Mysterious Blood, the Unknown Blood that I saw. Let's go off and save here. I believe there's a safe spot here. I'll take it. New save, so oldest save gotta go July 30th. There we are.
Game saved.
Game saved. Oh, oops. Yes. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go talk to Lydia. I actually will still save Yuri Knight for last, because I want to gather as much evidence to kind of go against him a little bit, so we can rub him off, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna lie a lot. So I have a feeling that if somebody who's really good at lying or has a lot of secrets, it's best to get as much truths to kind of counter his, like, accusation or counter his sort of, like, alibis a lot, to make him look more and more guiltier, because I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Like, that's how evidence goes, is that you need to compile enough evidence, even though you feel like he's the most suspicious person out of it, because of that. I mean, he could be innocent. There's a possibility, but that possibility is getting lower as I keep seeing information about how he sort of controls a lot of the people who helped open up the doors to, like, the council stuff. Wait, what the heck? Why is the marshal over here?
If you want to live,
stay back.
Stay
freak.
back.
Stay back, freak. Alright, let's talk to Lydia. Though I actually wanted to do the hangout. I want to actually just hang out with her, at least for a little bit, so we can get that stuff going. Let's ride!
Let's go for a drive, LD.
She said it all. How are things with you and Sam? Same as it ever was. That's a good thing, by the way. We're happy together. Bored? I guess I can cry. Never get bored? It has been a millennia. Never bored of him, but it can be tough. The islands are only so big, only so much to do. We learned to give each other space and have our own things. Helps that he runs a bar and I have a car. The bar and the car. He can't go anywhere and I can't go everywhere. What about you? You looking to get back in the dating game? It's hard when the dating pool is so small. Do a doom jazz and get some citizen hookups going on. Fresh crop on the next island. Speaking of which, you could always swing by DJ's yacht again. I like how she condenses doom jazz into DJ. I wouldn't consider it. I think I personally wouldn't want to get any relationship involvement, like the romantic parts. I don't mind getting involved in terms of, like, getting information out of them just to get close to them as friends, but I wouldn't go romantic relationship with anybody on this island, really. That was a long time ago. This is a fresh start. Just feels weird. Everyone lived a life, but I've been trapped in a moment. Lot to think about. I got you, LD. You'll get there, solve this thing, and start a new paradise. This has been fun. I'll drop you at the beach. Sure. Relationship increase. I still don't know what the maximum is for relationships.
It's complicated.
LD, I have something I think we should discuss. Oh, cool. We got a new probe. I think this is the second time we got the probe from Lydia, so... Do you have something you want to tell me? Tell the investigator? Why do I keep saying why is it written like that every time? I just like, why don't you just say tell me? I don't need it to be the investigator.
Come on, LD.
We're tights, right, LD? I can tell you something, right?
Sure.
Everything is on the record, but I'll use some discretion. Me and Sammy didn't kill the council.
Come on, LD.
But we aren't happy.
The island feels bad, LD.
We want out. The council wouldn't let us leave them. Oh?
That's strange.
What do you mean? Me and Sammy are done with this life. These small islands, immortality, waking the gods.
It's complicated.
I want to travel the world, the real world. Sammy wants to make whiskey and with any ingredients, not just dead nebula grows.
If you can prove it, sure.
But months of that and the council said no. Once you are in the syndicate, you're in the syndicate.
Come on, LD.
I'm telling you because other people know and they'll spread the secrets. Other people know and they'll spread the secret? Really? But killing them wouldn't help us. The next leader wouldn't let us get out either.
I don't like this.
Still sounds like a motive, Lydia. Oh? Wow, we only got one talking point. I see. So we can actually get to a point where we don't even have anything to ask them anymore. If we come back. That's good. At least it just relies on new information rather than not. I found your knife outside the penthouse.
What?
What knife? It's a combat knife that's engraved with a message from Sam.
I'm messing with you.
I found the knife in the bottom. Yeah, this is the new evidence we got. You found my knife? I've been looking for that for ages. It disappeared a while ago. Disappeared?
Come on, LD.
Yeah, I couldn't find it one day, like, it just up and vanished.
That's strange.
Uh-huh. Do many things vanish around here? Or is it just the knife that mysteriously vanished and then appeared outside a crime scene?
Come on, LD.
You know, you never lost something before. Do you know why the blade is damaged?
Right on, LD.
Not much needed for a combat knife on the island, so it just became a tool. Pop the cap of a beer bottle, tighten the axle nut of the car, you know. Can I have it back? It's sentimental. Afraid not, Lydia. This is evidence. Yeah, I mean, it's evidence, unfortunately. May your spectre gaze upon a star, and may you reach the moon. Alright, so... At least she kind of gave us more information, so that's really good. I actually like that. We got more information from Lydia. Alright, let's do a quick run to Crimson, I guess, as well. Might as well, you know? I did say I wanted to go back to Crimson too, I think. I wanted to talk to everyone again, like a full round circle of talking, to get all the new information in and out of these characters. I will probably have to go back to Lydia again for... Excuse me. I want to go back to Lydia again when we can refresh the hangout. Because I want to refresh the hangout so I can get everybody's relationship up all the way to the max, because there is an achievement for the maximum relationship. But I think that maximizing the relationship helps build the information we need to knock some motives out of the way or stuff like that. Because I think that those kind of things will help out a lot.
Crimson Acid.
But the reason why I'm coming back to Crimson Acid a lot about the reason why I come back to her so much times is because she does have KHX information that I need to deal with. Got time for a chat, Crimson? Tell me about your blessing. 19th island incident.
Thank you.
It was a weird island from the beginning. Strange feeling in the air, like it was a powder keg waiting to go. About 2 centuries into a demonic invasion happened. I guess is legal communication. Someone communicated with the gods? We discovered an Eden cult in the apartments. They convinced themselves a passing comet was the god. They were amateurs, but managed to reach out into space. The demon flooded in. How was the severity? Yeah. Why was this invasion so bad? Akiko and Marshals hit the cult hard. Real shock and awe in all response. The apartments were demolished, sorry. were demolished before the corruption set in. We thought they got them, but the cult had a trick. They were a possessed cult member chained up in the sewers. There was. What? In the sewers? Huh.
Secrets breed mysteries.
The Marshals missed them in their sweep, high on successfully wiping out the apartments. The guy in the sewers let the demons slowly seep into the island. The foundation of the island became rotten. Then the demons attacked. Swarms of them came from underground. Everyone took up arms. So he fought and fight and got blessed. Not a pretty face, lady. Akiko and her marshals were pinned down at the temple. I held the line at the council building. Akiko's never forgiven me. She was convinced the demon general would go for the temple. I believed otherwise.
Thank you.
After the battle, the gods blessed me, and I got this new head. Oh, so this is not how she originally looked. I just never realized that. Yeah, okay, I'm surprised. Story time's over, lady. Be glad I didn't charge you for this. Go save paradise instead of hanging around in the sewer. I'll be back for another story. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, that's interesting, because her head was not originally a goat. She used to have a female head, and then now she has a goat head. But she probably retains the body of a human, maybe? I guess? Alright, cool. We can probably pay for some stuff, I guess, here and there. Oh, there's some new information we can ask her. Let me see what time it is. Oh, we're over time. Okay, I'll come back to this in the next episode, actually. May your journey be endless, and may you reach the moon. I'll come back to this in the next episode, because I don't want to spend too much time on talking to her and then like not having to have enough time to cover it, or having enough time to cover it, but like, I don't know, going too much over time. I don't want to take too much time on it. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone watching this. Next episode, we're going to go ahead and talk to Crimson Red, or Crimson Red, is it? Crimson Blood? Crimson Acid, there we go. Names. We're going to continue talking to Crimson in the next episode, and then we will see what she has to say about other things that we picked up on. She has a lot of things, it seems like, for one topic, so I probably think there's going to be a lot to say from her. Plus, I'll probably think about buying out her last few clues of whose motive is whose, because I think there's some motives that she allows us for purchase, and we can use it to ask information on those characters again. So then we can return to them and kind of have an excuse to just say, hey, I want to know what's up with this clue, with that thing. So then it would be easier to kind of judge on what the hell we can go on for the information we need to push forward in the case. Because so far I would say that we haven't had any solid clues. Instead, we have a lot of red herrings, or a lot of like motives piled onto another motive, or like evidence piled onto another motive, evidence and stuff like that. Like we have a lot of things going on that's so layered and complicated that we haven't really settled on what really is what yet. So we have to continue digging through all these conversations as much as possible, and maybe finding any evidence in between all of this. And hopefully we'll find something and we'll get through it and we'll get the stuff we need. Hopefully. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Roz out.